The first one is description. This is when the author gives you details so you can picture the story in your mind. Words and phrases like for instance, such as, and for example will tell you that the author is writing you a description. The second text structure is sequence. This is when the author lists items or events in chronological order. That means, as we talked about, from beginning to end, or gives you step-by-step directions. When you see words and phrases in your writing such as first, second, and third, next, then, before, finally, and now, you will immediately know that the author is writing things to you in a sequence of events. The third text structure is problem and solution. This is when the author presents a problem to solve and then gives you an answer to the problem in the story. When you see words or phrases like the problem is, the dilemma is, or if, then, and so that, you know that the author is creating a problem and solution text structure. The fourth example of text structure is cause and effect. This is when the author presents ideas to tell you why something happened, and then the author tells you what happens as a result. When you see words or phrases like so, because, since, therefore, the reason why, and as a result, you can clearly see that the author is creating a cause and effect text structure, telling you the reason why something happened. And the fifth idea here, the fifth text structure, is compare and contrast. This is when the author tells you the similarities and differences, basically what's the same and what's different, between two or more people, events, or things in a story. Again, you can see compare and contrast in a story when you see words like same as, similar, alike, as well as, although, and however. When you see any of these phrases, you will know that you're dealing with a compare and contrast text structure. So now you're wondering, what's next? Hey, that guy kind of looks like me. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about another thing called central idea. Central idea is not really that complicated. What it is, basically, is the main point that an author is making. You may remember we also learned this when we were talking about theme. It's very basic. The central idea is one sentence that states what the article is about. Text may have more than one central idea, and a central idea can always be supported with details from the text. For example, what is the central idea of Star Wars? And there you see all of our favorite characters there. A lot going on in that movie, but what is the main central idea of Star Wars? Freedom for all is better than having a dictator. And we all know who that dictator is, our friend Darth Vader. Why is freedom for all better than having a dictator? Because even Darth Vader was unhappy in his life as an evil ruler. Being a tyrant kept him from relaxing, loving his family, and enjoying life. He was just too focused on being evil. And what that did was keep him away from his son and daughter, and just enjoying life in general. But wait, more than one central idea there is. As I told you, stories can have more than one central idea. Another big one from Star Wars is that love conquers all. In the end of the Star Wars saga, we see old enemies finally making peace. We have Luke Skywalker and his father, There you can see Darth Vader with his mask off, making peace. Han Solo and Leia finally making peace after all of their fighting throughout the movies and arguing. And we also see the spirits of Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Enemies for sure, but finally found the secret to love, even as spirits.